minus 3 non-touching loop gains, and so on. So I shared this with you. I hope you might have seen. And what is exactly the non-touching loop is illustrated in the figure. So now let us apply this to find out a ratio between two values, two parameters.
So the
So
PPT is
can
still not visible to me
pardon
and to
me?
a few people. The PPT
Hello?
is not too visible.
Also, sir, could you start recording the lecture?
Yeah, I told you, no, I'm using iPad. In iPad, I don't have record version.
My God.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So let us apply gain formula to find out y6 divided by y1 in this diagram given S of G. So first we have to find out how many for paths are there between the two ratios, that is y6 and y1. Here there are two forward paths through A, B, C, D, E, first one. Second one is through A, B, G, E. That is a direct connection between y6 and y1. Right? So therefore, first path is having gain A, B, C, D, E. Second path A, B, G, E. Next, number of loops.
Hi. The PPT is not visible. Excuse me, sir.
I guess sir left.
Yeah, he definitely left.
Class
Yes.
cancelled.
Thank God the
Okay.
NCT is so bad.
Shall we also leave?
सुन रहे होंगे तो
अरे अटेंडेंस होगा यार, वेट कर.
Let him give 20 minutes. Let him join back.
Censored, yes.
Yeah, there was a network issue. So number of loops. So loop gains are Bj, that is first loop. Second loop is G into H. Second loop, third loop, CDH. Fourth loop, D into I. Fifth one is the self loop, that is F. Any doubt? Totally there are 5 loops.
Sir,
Non-touching loops. Yeah.
excuse me, sir. Sir, 5 loops, sir. Namely, what are the loops? Can you just
Yeah, I wrote again B and J. Through G and H. Third one is CDH.
Okay,
Fourth
sir.
one
Thank you.
is
Yes, sir.
G
Thank you.
into, yeah,
Sir, understood. Yes.
yeah. So 2 non-touching loops in the above list. What do you mean by non-touching loop? That I already explained. So there are in fact 2 non-touching loops here. L1 and L4, that is Bj and Di. They are far away. None of their nodes are shared by each one. Both the loops are having separate set of nodes. One, L1 and L5. That is Bj and F. So their gains are Bj Di and Bj F. So delta is 1 minus sum of individual loop gains, that is 1 minus Bj plus Gh plus Cdh plus Di plus F plus sum of loop gains of 2 non-touching loops, that is Bjdi plus Bjf. Right? Now we have to find out delta 1 and delta 2. There are 2 for paths. So we will have 2 delta i's, that is delta 1 and delta 2. What is delta 1? It is a value of delta only, but the loops touching the particular for path are deleted. I repeat, delta 1 equal to value of delta, and in that the loops touching P1 should be eliminated. Similarly, delta 2 is value of delta above. In that, the loops touching P2 should be eliminated. Now look at delta. delta equal to 1 minus bj plus gh plus cdh plus di plus af plus bj di plus bif. Now you see which is the for path 1. It is A, B, C, D, E. So now to find out delta 1 in the above delta equation, if P1 is touching all these loops, eliminate it. So delta 1 equal to 1 minus Bj. Bj is touching the for path A, B, C, D, E. It is among the for path A, B, C, D, E. So eliminate. Similarly, GH. It is among the for path A, B, C, D, E. So eliminate. Similarly, CDH. So CD is among the for path A, B, C, D, E. So eliminate. Similarly, DI is also among the for path. F is also among the for path. So eliminate. Any doubt?
Sir, eliminate as in we don't write that term.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So can you tell how to calculate delta then?
Yeah, I'm telling that one only. No? Delta or delta 1?
So delta.
Delta, what it is delta? You go to the above slide.
Yes, sir.
What is delta? Remember this formula. 1 minus sum of all individual loop gains plus sum of gain product of all loop possible 2 non-touching loops, 3 non-touching loops, and so on. So remember this. So delta equal to 1 minus sum of individual loop gains. So 1 minus loop gains. Which are loop gains? I wrote here L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. So sum of it is delta equal to 1 minus L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4 plus L5. Then non-touching loops L1, L4, L1, L5.
I think their primary advice would be to talk about this. So I have actually don't say this.
Yeah, if you do not have any doubts, mute yourself.
Like every advice would probably be about self-help.
Similarly, delta 2 equal to, which is delta 2 corresponds to the for path P2 above. So P2 is ABGE. So this ABGE touches all this L1, L2 and L5. Therefore, if you are having L1, L2, L5, remove it. Right? So P2 again touches all the nodes of the loops. So eliminate it. For path P2 touches Bj, no doubt. Touches GH, no doubt. Touches CDH, no doubt again. Touches DI, touches F. So eliminate all those loops. So we will have delta 2 equal to just 1. Now, if you have any doubt, you are free to raise.
Delta 2, could you explain again?
Delta 2. Well,
So delta 1.
Yeah, delta 1. What is delta 1? Value of delta. If it is touching the for path P1, eliminate. Move through it.
Yes.
Come on. So which is the for path? A, B, C, D, E. So in the value of delta,
Yes.
if those are touching that, eliminate.
Okay.
Sir, if there is a path where in the non-touching loop pair, one of them should be eliminated, then we eliminate the whole non-touching
Yeah,
loop
it's a
pair
product.
also?
We are eliminating the product.
Okay. Okay, sir. So that term also will be eliminated in non-touching.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, obviously. If any one node is touched, eliminate it among the 4.
Okay, sir.
Will you go ahead? Yeah. Therefore, C by R. Here C is Y6, R is Y1. C by R equal to P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2 divided by delta. So P1 is A, B, C, D, E. Delta 1 is 1. P2 is A, B, G, E and delta 2 is 1. So it is P1 plus P2 whole divided by delta above. So here C is nothing but Y, R is nothing but Y1. So Y6 by Y1 equal to so much. Got it, no?
Yes, sir.
Next one. Second one. So apply Mason's formula to calculate the transfer function of the system represented by SFG given here. So you have to find out by R. So which are the 4 paths? Tell me. So this is one 4 path. G1, G2, G3 and G4 one 4 path. Second one G5, G6, G7, G8. Any other 4 paths possible?
No, sir.
Yeah, see. So for paths are these two, P1 and P2. Now you have to find out number of loops. Loops I wrote L1, L2, L3, L4. There are 4 loops. P1 is, as I told, I am repeating, G1, G2, G3, G4. P2 is G5, G6, G7, G8. Loops are G2, H2, top 1, then top right, G3, L3, G3, H3, then bottom left, G6, H6, then bottom right, G7, H7. So there are 4 loops. Then tell me which are non-touching loops. 2 non-touching loops. Anybody?
L1 and L4, L3 and L2 are non-touching.
Yeah. L1 and L4 are non-touching. L2 and
L1
L3
and
are
3 also,
touching.
sir.
Yeah. Doubt? And there are no 3 non-touching loops and also higher order. So there are only 2 set of 2 non-touching loops. So 2 non-touching loops, L1, L3, L1, L4, L2, L4, and L2, L3. So 2 pair of 2 non-touching loops. So 3 non-touching loops. Nil. So write equation for delta 1. So delta 1 equal to what will be, what is delta 1? 1 minus sum of L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4 plus L1 L3 plus L1 L4 plus L2 L4 plus L2 L3. Sum of all these gains, loop gains. So delta equal to 1 minus L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4, then plus L1 L3, L1 L4, L2 L3, L2 L4. If there are 3 non-touching loops, then you have to write minus loop gain of the 3 non-touching loops and so on. Then you have to find out delta 1 and delta 2. Why delta 1 and delta 2? There are 2 forward paths. So we will have delta 1 corresponds to P1, we will have delta 2 corresponds to P2, and look at the path. If any of the loops are touching those paths, eliminate, otherwise retain. No. So I kept blank the in between step. So shall we write for delta 1? Moving back, you see P1 is G1, G2, G3, G4, the topmost path. Whereas loops are L1, L2, L3, L4. So to the forward path P1, these L3 and L4 are not touching. They are not in the path. So in the equation for delta 1, among the loops of delta, you have to retain L3 and L4. Similarly, for delta 2, you have to retain L1 and L2. You have to eliminate L3 and L4. So we see here. I'm writing equation for delta 1. So the top is the forward path. So forward path is eliminated. So delta 1 will be equal to 1 minus L3 plus L4 because it is not come in the way of that far path P1. Understood? Similarly, delta 2. So delta 2 is the far path, corresponding far path is bottom one. So eliminate the bottom path. So retain the top one. So we will have delta 2 equal to 1 minus L1 plus L2. Any doubt? Y by R equal to P1 delta 1 divided by P2 delta 2 divided by delta. Write all these values. If you have any doubt, you can raise it.
So can you go to the previous slide?
Yeah.
Previous slide. Which one you want? One?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt or you want to write?
No, sir, for writing.
Yeah, don't write. I am sending these slides. No.
Just keep it one thing.
Okay, sir.
Not a better amount of time also. And,
Yeah, next. Find out C by R. Come on, each one of you take paper and pen, start writing. Start solving it. Then only you will have the doubt. How many far paths are there between C and R?
One.
One.
One, sir.
One.
So G1, G2, G3, G4, G5.
G5.
This is the far path. Then how many loops are there?
Four loops, sir. Four, sir.
4, sir.
G2, H1, G4H2, then G7H4, then G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, G7, G8. So there is only one for path, then 4 loops. So non-touching loops. L1 and L2 are non-touching, 2 non-touching loop. L1 and L3 another 2 non-touching loop. L2, L3 another 2 non-touching loop. So there are 3 pairs of 2 non-touching loop. L1, L2, L1, L3, L2, L3. Sorry. There are 2 non-touching loops.
Sir, L2, L4 is not non-touching.
L2, L4 it is touching. You are sharing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any 3 non-touching loop? 3 loops should not touch.
L3.
Yes, sir.
How many
L1
3
and
non-touching loops?
One of them, sir.
One, L2 and L3. So 3 non-touching loop. L1, L2, L3. It is 3 non-touching loop. So 4 and higher non-touching loops nil. So writing the value of delta.
Sir, I just had one doubt. So when we say a non-touching loop, that means it's inside the loop also, or it's only the points that matter, like if it's on the loop. For example, L2, L4,
L2.
L2.
Should not have on the path. It should not have common node.
Oh, okay, okay. Sir.
Yeah.
But it's a common node over here.
Traversing, it should not come across a single node twice, or to the both nodes. Yeah.
Yes, sir, understood. Thank you.
Yeah. So delta equal to 1 minus L1, L2, L3, L4 plus L1, L2 plus L2, L3 plus L1, L3 minus, you see it's alternative, minus plus minus plus. Inside the, not inside the bracket, of course, not inside the square bracket. Minus 3 non-touching loop. So equation for delta 1. So to write equation for delta 1, in delta eliminate path 1. So among the loops of delta, except G7 and H4, that is L3, rest are all touching path P1. If it is touching path P1, eliminate. So just glance through the delta value. It is, if it is sharing the path P1, eliminate. So except L3, all are sharing. So you can find out C by R, no? C by 1 divided by delta. Into the next problem. Find out y5 by y1. Come on, do it. I'm giving 5 minutes time. Let's try to do this. Then Love you done. So there are 3 forward paths. Which are they? Tell me. One is straight one, A12, A23, A34, A45. Second one is A12, A24, A45. Third one is A12, A25. There are 3 forward paths. The next loops. How many loops are there? So mind you, the last one, it is a self loop. You should not eliminate. You should consider the self loop also, no doubt. Then you will have delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 here. So delta 1 and among the delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, among the 3, first and the last one will have the value 1 because it is basically touching all the loops. Whereas delta 2 will be 1 minus A34, A43, that is middle loop. L2. E is not touching the last for path. So M2 is not touching the middle loop. So that is why delta 2 equal to 1 minus A34, A43 minus A44. So Y5 by Y1 equal to P M1 into delta 1, M1 or P1, M1 into delta 1 plus M2 into delta 2 plus M3 into delta 3 whole divided by delta. Any doubt? So as I told you earlier, the major advantage of SFG is you can find out a ratio between any two parameters. It is not so with respect to any other circuit because finding ratio between two parameters in any given circuit, it is so cumbersome. Here, just within 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes, you can find out ratio between any two parameters, not only output divided by input. Now, I will give you one question. how to find out the ratio between y4 and y1. Yesterday, just now we found y5 by y1. Now to find out the ratio y4 by y1, that is output is taken at y4. How do you find? Where are the changes has to be made? What are the changes has to be made?
Sir, the number of forward parts will reduce. We will get A12, A23, A34, and we'll get A12, A24.
A24, only correct.
Two forward parts.
Yeah.
And number of loops will remain same.
Number of loops remains same. Then value of delta?
Value of delta one and 3. So sir, we'll get same delta 1 and delta 2 should.
Listen. So value of delta represents the whole circuit. You are not modifying the circuit. You are taking the output at y4. That's all. The resistance or the capacitance, inductance in the whole circuit will be there as it is. You are connecting oscilloscope or multimeter. Instead of y6, y5, you are connected to y4. That's all. Therefore, to find out ratio between any two parameters, the value of delta never changes. Delta is for whole circuit, whereas the value of P and delta 1, delta 2 will change. So here, if you want to find the ratio between y4 and y1, the far paths will be only 2, and we will have only delta 1 and delta 2 corresponding to that. In the above answer, M2 would be there. So we will have delta 1 and delta 3. So value of delta remains same. So simply remove M2. Okay, next I want to find the ratio. Yeah,
sir,
tell me.
What if one of the loops had also been removed when we take the ratio by 4?
No, do not remove. Do not consider particular loop if it is outside that.
Okay, so for delta will still.
Value of delta remains same. All the loops will be there as it is. All the loops, individual loops, 2 non-touching loops, 3 non-touching loops will be there as it is. You are not modifying the circuit, mind you. You are taking the output at a different point. That's all. So when you are taking different output, what is the definition of far path? Direct connection between that input and that output. So what is that input? That input is y1. What is that output? That is y4. So connection between y1 and y4 will tell you the far path. So here there are two ways. Suppose instead of that, okay, find out y3 by y1. What will happen now? To find out y3 by y1, the far path is only one, that is a12 into a23. M2, M3 won't be there. Whereas delta in that, all the loops, all the 2 non-touching loops, all those things will be there. You are not modifying the circuit.
Yes, sir, got it. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
So, if to find out y3 by y1, we will have m1 equal to a1 to a23. Then we will have delta 1 equal to 1 minus 0, that is 1. Sorry.
Excuse me, sir.
A44 is not touching, A44 is outside. So we will have A44. So delta 1 equal to 1 minus A44. Yeah, tell me, what is that doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So in this question, we found if the question.
I'm unable to hear you.
Point say y1 by y.
I'm unable to hear you properly. It is getting cut.
One second.
Repeat. Yeah.
So can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So I was asking if we found Wi-Fi by Y1. So
Wi-Fi by Y1 we
can,
found already. Yeah.
so if the question asks us to say find the Y1 by Y5, the reciprocal, so we can just flip the equation, right?
Why? No, it is output divided by input. Y1 by Y2 can't be.
I mean Y1 by Y5.
No. Y1 by Y5 can't be. It's simply invert it.
Yes.
It can't be asked like that, but if it is asked, simply invert it. That's all.
So, I was asking
It is all should
because
be output. Yeah, it should be output divided by input, right?
yes.
So if input divided by output is asked, simply invert it.
Yes. So if say so like Y4 by Y3 in the same.
Y4 by Y3. Yeah. If Y4 by Y3 is asked,
then we can find.
Listen. If you want to find out Y4 by Y3, you are considering Y3 as the input, right?
Yes.
Isn't it? But in a circuit, you cannot apply input somewhere else. It is invalid.
Okay.
So in that case, what you should do? Find out Y4 by Y1, find out Y3 by Y1, and take the ratio of those two.
Yes, sir. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next is writing Mason's gain formula for given block diagram. We have seen how to write SFG for a given circuit diagram. Now converting block diagram to SFG. So that means we have obtained the ratio of output divided by input by reductioning the given block diagram to canonical form. One thing is that is the number of steps involved are more. Second thing is simply you cannot find out the ratio between any two parameters easily using block diagram reduction technique. So Mason's gain formula can also be applied to block diagram, but before that you have to convert it to SFG. Here there are example. In the first block diagram, simply G of S is given, input and output. So that can be converted to SFG as shown in the right side. Similarly, bottom one, a canonical block diagram converted to SFG. You see, each summing point and takeoff point is taken as a node. On the left side of the block diagram, you have summing point. So in the SFG, you represent it by a node. Again, on the right hand side, you are having one takeoff point or pick-off point. Represent it by a node. Of course, later if C of C is the output, then we will add another dummy node. Fine. So let us convert this to SFG. So just look at the block diagram. So each summing point and takeoff point is denoted as a separate point to identify in SFG. So input to G1 is E of S, input to G2 is X1 of S, input to G3 is X2 of S, input to G4 is X3 of S. So we will have E of S as a node, X1 as another node, X2 as third node, X4 as fourth node, output C as a fifth node. So first one is R of S, E of S, then X1, X2, X3, then C. Now connect between these nodes using the above gain values. So note down here where the negative feedback is introduced, mentioned, minus value. So minus H3 is the gain of feedback path because it's a negative feedback path. Then connection at X2, one is minus H1, another one is G3. So this is SFG for given block diagram.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, do we need to change the sign as well as the direction, or isn't only one of them enough?
No. Direction indicate either far path or feedback path.
Okay, and the sign just
Negative
indicates
sign
this
indicates
feedback.
either negative loop or feedback loop. I mean, sorry, positive loop.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Any doubt? So we shall find C by R, and also to practice you can find out X2 by E or X3 by R, X2 by X1, anything. So that is the advantage. I repeat, advantage of SFG is you can find out ratio between any two parameters in any given circuit very easily. Yeah, if you have any doubt, you just tell me. Equation is wrote directly because already been practiced. Actually, in our textbook, he represents C by R as M. In another textbook, Nagarath Gopal, he represents by G. Anything will do. Come on, find out X2 by R. For X2 by R, what is P1? We will have only one for path in that case also. P1 equal to G1, G2. Value of delta remains same. Value of delta 1 will be 1. right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you want to find x1 by r. In that case, x1 by r. So P1 equal to simply G1. What is delta 1? Delta 1 will be 1 plus G3 G4 H1. G3 G4 H1 is outside that for path. So you have to retain that value. So delta 1 will be 1 plus G3 G4 H1 if you are finding the ratio x1 by r. What is E by R? Find out the value E by R. So P1 will be 1. Delta 1 will be 1 plus G2 G3 H2 plus G3 G4 H1. Any doubt?
Sir,
Yeah.
delta has to be 1 minus the whole thing, right?
No, here H3, H2, H1 are minus, right? So when you take that minus outside,
Okay.
yeah. It is minus H3, minus H2, minus H1. So value will be, loop value will be minus G1, G2, G3, G4, H3. So that minus is taken outside. Neither doubt. Suppose if you want to find x2 by x1, what you'll do? The input point is being changed. So you cannot find out directly. So you have to find out x2 by r, then x1 by r, obtain the ratio between those two to find out x2 by x1. Yeah. I'm gonna do this. I'll give 5 minutes time. Tell me the answer. Done. How many loops you got? Got all this?
So,
Yeah.
so can you show the two non-touching loops again? Just one second. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yeah. Homework for you. Just cross check the SFG. Write the equation for the above given RC circuit, RLC circuit. Then verify with the SFG given. Find out E2 by E, EC by E, and E2 by EC. So I'll be sending these slides to you to do the homework. Yeah, I'm stopping here. So I shall send the slides later. Do the homework. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
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 Bye bye.